Hey everyone, Kevin here, and welcome back to my channel. So I've recently been watching a show called The Pitt, a medical drama generally billed as one of the most accurate and realistic ones ever put on screen. And after viewing the latter half of this season, I've realized that educators and medical practitioners, especially emergency room doctors and nurses, are way more alike than I realized. And that's something I should have been more aware of now as an ID in the healthcare industry. But don't get me wrong, I've always known that there were similarities in what we deal with on a daily basis, but I found myself being triggered by so many of the exact same situations I experienced in the classroom. Namely, the increasing levels of violence, political administrators doing what's best for them and funding sources rather than their students, or in this case, patients, and the societal disrespect of an entire profession who are just trying to make people's lives better. To any people in the healthcare industry who are watching my channel now for the first time, let me show you the sheer amount of overlap here, and you'll begin to see that you're kindred spirits with educators and how much the pit made me realize that. Seriously, we can learn a lot from one another and help each other call attention to the problems in both fields right now. And to start with, let's just talk about the violence. Ask any emergency room nurse or classroom teacher out there, and every single one will tell you that they have been personally assaulted or know someone or a colleague who has been. On the show, one of the patients got angry over the long wait times and not being seen for hours on end, so he took out his frustration on the charge nurse who was outside taking a break from her 12-plus hour shift by punching her in the face and breaking her nose. And this wasn't the first time for this hospital either. Most of the nurses have been hurt multiple times and are worried about their safety.
What happened?
Just got punched. Just took a fall.
Oh my! Who punched you?
Just an unhappy patient.
A patient hit you?
Yeah.
Happens all the time. Got my cheek broken.
I lost it too.
Oh, we've all been assaulted.
Go get Ahmad.
This is exactly the same for teachers, too. We've all been kicked, hit, spit on, or threatened with bodily harm at ever increasing rates over the last several years. How many stories are out there that I could point to where an educator was seriously hurt because a student attacked them? Far too many to count, and that is obviously not okay. It's actually the leading reason why there is such a teacher retention crisis these days, and educators feel very unsupported since administrators refuse to offer any repercussions or meaningful deterrence to that violence. And speaking of which, there's another overlap right there between the two professions. Bad administrators more interested in the bottom line rather than what's best for teachers, students, and again, in this case, patients. The reason why the one who punched the nurse was waiting so long was because there is likewise a nationwide nursing shortage and not enough staff for the entire hospital, thus increasing wait times. Same reason why class sizes are out of control too. There just aren't enough teachers to fill demand, and thus we end up with just cramming more kids into the areas that are available. We don't pay teachers or nurses enough either, or more accurately, a livable wage, because of the penny pinching. I mean, who would want to work in that kind of an environment? Oh, yeah. And that lack of funding for more personnel is also why there's never sufficient funding for security in either education or healthcare, too. It's exposed both of us to an increased likelihood of the violence we just talked about, and yet admin continues to try and placate everyone rather than make meaningful and genuine changes motivated by anything other than a strike or a lawsuit, which the pit also showed really well. Have a listen.
Glad to know the authorities are looking for this psycho, but what are you going to do to protect the rest of us?
Violence against healthcare workers is a national problem.
And it's only getting worse.
No surprise, there's a nursing shortage
I
everywhere.
hear you, I hear you, I hear you, I hear you, and it is unacceptable.
What the hell kind of circus are you running down?
God, you're like a bad penny.
Where is Dana? How is she?
She's all right. We sent her to CT to make sure.
Did you fill out an incident report?
I don't know. I was more concerned with her having a skull fracture than with your liability.
The guy from the waiting room get back here without anyone
Wow,
noticing.
Gloria, what a great question. Our hardworking nurses were just asking me what steps the hospital plans to take to ensure their safety in the future. Maybe you'd like to explain to them why you've denied my request for additional security measures 3 times in the last 4 months. If nurses don't feel safe, they're not going to come to work.
First off, the safety of all our employees.
Do you remember the last nursing strike?
Yeah, that was a real shit show.
Maybe this is something our union rep should know about?
Okay, but just take a beat and remember that PTMC is a family Come on.
Dysfunctional family.
You should be worried about the nurses' satisfaction and the safety.
Yeah.
We're worrying about everyone.
And that "we're a family" line really makes me twitch, since that's what education administrators say to us too, even though we all know that it isn't the truth. I did an entire episode on that one expression and how much we all hate it, just to throw it out there in case you're interested. But rather, what we have are administrators who hound us to produce better results, as that one admin did to the head ER doctor throughout the first couple of episodes, where she kept pushing him to up their artificially created patient satisfaction scores, which struck really close to home because our admin did the same thing with standardized testing scores, student attendance, and overall engagement, things which we have no control over yet always get blamed for. But the important thing is that what all this leads to in the long run, and no, not just attrition, but a system which drives people out because they can't take it anymore. That charge nurse had been born in that hospital, volunteered there in high school, and worked there for over 30 years. But that last punch killed her passion for the profession.
Punched, kicked, spit at, pissed on, and feces thrown at me.
I talked to Gloria. I told her, listen, we got to do something to beef up security. This can't happen again.
It will. It will. Maybe not to me, but to somebody. The world's changed. People are angrier, tempers are shorter, and we're still just trying to help.
You do help. You do make a difference. One asshole doesn't get to change that.
I think I'm done.
Yeah. I know that one. And I don't blame you.
That last clip really gets to me the most of all, because that's exactly what and how I said it that last month before I quit. I love my job, but I was done. I just couldn't take it anymore. Teaching and medicine are both stressful jobs, and yeah, we knew that going into a degree, but it doesn't mean that we have to put up with that level of maltreatment from everyone, especially those who have the power to improve things, or particularly from those we serve. Like she said, people have changed. They're angrier and quicker to offend than they used to be. Both education and healthcare have to deal with the worst end of that too, and it's slowly breaking both systems, and they will break if we don't commit to actual reform. It's only fitting that I wrote this script actually while I was sick with a throat infection, and it made me appreciate what doctors and nurses have to deal with every day, and just how alike those challenges are to those that teachers face every day too. We should form a support group that combines those who've left and are suffering in both industries. I feel that we'd be able to help one another more than we realize. But thanks for listening, and I hope you gained something from today's episode that you can take with you moving forward. Go ahead and click like and subscribe to stay up to date with all of my content, or leave a comment below and share your experiences. I'm always here to listen and help. It's the only real way we can move forward too. For now though, I've been Kevin, and I'll see you in the next video.